Greetings, humans, and welcome to the devlog of a brand new Disastronautics Games project that I am currently calling Apartments. So this is the very rudimentary start to what we have going on here, and the idea is really just to build an extremely modular furniture unlocking, placing, decorating system to go on community content and hopefully work in anyone's game. So that being said, this is what we have so far. So players are randomly assigned to one of the three apartments. And it actually is saving. I can click furniture and move it around. And then it stays there. And just to show you how that's working, I left the collision model on this one so that you could see kind of like how we're doing. But basically, when I select it, I move the client. Oh, no, this one, please. Oh, dear. Huh. Okay, I don't actually have a way to switch between objects, so we're gonna start again. Yeah, there's a lot left to add, but let me show you with the couch what we're doing. So what happens here is that I move the client side version of the object, and the template is still in the same place, so it's moving that out. Then it snaps the client back to 0 and moves the template to where it was. So there's a lot going on with this, but that is the best illustration that I have in terms of this is where the collision is. You can even see that I'm still colliding with it, which is probably something we want to address. But yeah, and that is how we're moving furniture. I can also theoretically spawn a new object. Okay, we're struggling a little bit with getting these to the right space. So I think I'm using the floor, and the floor is positioning from basically the center. I need an intersecting plane, and I use the floor, but the floor I believe is positioned, or I'm using the apartment, and the apartment is, I think, based on the bottom position of the floor. So there's like a lot to figure out, but you can see this couch is sort of, let's see here. Let's place this lamp and then we'll zoom in. And I think the couch is hovering too. So there's a little bit to work out in terms of how to get this going, but I'm going to start staging the furniture in a different place so I can make sure I get the origins where I want them. So yeah, so we can add furniture, and you'll see that if I stop and press play again, then, oh no, the lamp didn't place. Okay, we're working on it. There is, these at least have maintained their movement throughout this. So now we'll see that when I start again, my couch is where I left it. So we've got some persistence, and let's try for the first time right now while recording a multiplayer preview and see what that looks like. So the idea is that players should get populated into their own apartment. Now, there's only one spawn point, so everybody's going to start in the apartment, but one of these is going to be your apartment. It looks like, oh, I need to, I think I just don't have the UI. So I'm not really checking. Yeah, I do need to work on spawning people into their apartment, but theoretically everybody owns their own apartment. I guess we can check in the project right now. Theoretically, of these apartments, let's fold everything and then open the apartments, and we'll see that in these custom properties we have owners. That's bot 1. So those are the IDs on the bot. So we can see bot 2 owns the first one, bot 1 owns the second one, and nobody owns the other two. So we have established that. It looks like I can't get my furniture placing UI going right now in multiplayer, but that's the basic idea. So stuff that's left to do is I can't right now. I can drop, let's see here, let's go back to the single player preview so I can show what is working. Is I can drop multiple copies of the black love seat into the space. Okay, so it does let me unselect them. This is weird. Okay, so this is still selected and nothing actually swaps selection. Yeah, so we'll just have to unselect it once it's been placed. That's actually really easy to do. So we can have these multiple copies, but it's actually just going to save this last one for the next instance because it's saving them by the ID of the template. So that means it can only have one of one type. And then this is an easy fix. It's just a flaw of the system I have right now. So we've got that. We don't have rotating. And then right now, everybody, now obviously that wasn't working in my multiplayer preview. So we need to, or I couldn't test it in my multiplayer preview. Let's say But right now, everybody has all of the furniture, and there are only 3 things. These are, by the way, Zeus's furniture set. If you have not used this, I use this all the time. It's in the coffee shop. It's in Untitled Chess Game, which I think is going to be called Fancy Chess. But yeah, Zeus's living room has all of these individual pieces. And I just have to change. They have a bunch of folders in them because everybody tends to use folders in community content. So I take the folders out and then make a separate collision object from a client-side object. So yeah, that's furniture. Look out for it. Will be available on community content for everybody. And then eventually we will add apartment buildings to the coffee shop for you to rent, because jobs are also planned. So a lot going on, but very little development on the coffee shop this week. So instead you're getting an update on apartments. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in